Didn't usually complain about her and Ethan's occasional hookups. But Steve wasn't looking at her. He was looking toward the other side of the dance floor, a frown creasing his normally laid-back expression.
Oh, no.
Jonathan echoed with more feeling just as Ruby noticed why.
You're crazy fangirl. I can't believe she followed you all this way.
How'd she get into this party? Ruby scowled at the young woman. She crashed it? Jonathan rubbed his forehead, shoving back his dark auburn hair.
Why the fuck won't she develop a crush on someone else?
He'd been dodging the attentions of this over-exuberant fan for almost a year now. Jessa Britton was a graduate student from their former music school, an aspiring violinist. She'd shown up to several of their concerts and appearances and befriended Jonathan under the guise of asking advice. She was pretty and sweet, but he'd picked up a weird vibe from the beginning. They all had. She was a little too into their shows. He'd offered her his mentorship, but ended up fending off her advances when she started flirting and hinting she wanted more. That was when she really started wanting more. Well, Jonathan was tall, charismatic, and fine as hell. Even Ruby, who bickered with him regularly, had to admit his thick auburn hair and striking lion-esque eyes were gorgeous. He maintained a meticulously fit body and used it to play his instrument with intense physicality and emotion. As first violin, he often attracted female attention as well as devoted fans, but Jessa had become obsessed to the point of craziness. Months after he distanced himself, she was still fangirling and barraging him with attention on social media. Now she'd flown all the way from Chicago to LA.
You should call the police. File for a restraining order.
Jonathan laughed.
What's she going to do to me? She's just a fan. I don't need protection from her.
I agree with Ethan. I mean, look at her. No, don't look at her. Yikes. She always has that hungry look in her eyes when she stares at you.
She can be hungry all she wants, as long as she leaves me the fuck alone. It's creepy the way she pops up everywhere.
Ruby leaned into Jonathan, feeling protective of her friend, and stared Jessa down. The ebony-haired woman angled her body away from them, but not before she shot Ruby a heated glare. "Well, fuck you too," said Ruby under her breath.
Watch out. You're making Jessa jealous standing that close to him. She's gritting her teeth and going red around the ears.
Jonathan looked at Ruby confused.
Why would she be jealous? She's seen me with Ruby dozens of times.
She's seen you play together. When you're both cool and professional, staring at pages of music, but we're at a party now. She's never seen you and Ruby hanging out over drinks. Judging by her expression, I'd say she doesn't like it much.
Ethan snapped his fingers, catching on to Steve's idea.
That's how we solve this. Rube, you've got to play Jonathan's girlfriend.
What?
Yes, very affectionately and convincingly. Starting right now.
She and Jonathan looked at each other.
We don't have the chemistry. Not sure we'd be able to pull that off. I'm not saying you two should strip down and get busy in front of everyone. Just smolder and flirt with each other.
Smolder and flirt? Ruby laughed. With Jonathan? Ethan let out a beleaguered sigh.
You know what I mean. Pretend to be into each other so Stalker Girl will stop showing up at her quartet appearances to drool over Jonathan. It'll annoy her to see the two of you playing together if she thinks you're in a hot and heavy relationship. We're not in a hot and heavy relationship.
Do you want to discourage Jessa or not? Take Ruby's fucking hand. Gaze into her eyes. If you're convincing enough, Jessa will flounce out of here within 15 minutes and hopefully give up the conquest altogether.
Ruby and Jonathan's contentious relationship was a long-standing gold quartet tradition.
I'm not that good of an actor. I mean, it's Ruby.
What the fuck does that mean? She narrowed her eyes at him. You don't have to be like that about it.
I'm just saying I don't think of you that way.
As he said it, he glanced at Ethan, but she and Ethan didn't have an exclusive relationship. Their occasional hookups were sensual fun, nothing more. Ethan actually looked amused.
Come on, Jonathan,
he said, winking at her.
Take one for the team.
She and Jonathan pissed each other off a lot. A whole lot. But he was still one of her 3 best friends.